Hello, everyone.
Hi everyone, how's it going?
Doing fine, thank you, Jan. Hi, Will.
Hello, Cesar. How are you?
Doing fine, thank you. Having an early, event with all the great sessions so far.
Yes.
Yeah. Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Thanks for joining in.
So who's up first?
So I believe I'm first, so we got the option to share now. Yeah, okay, hopefully everyone can see my screen there.
Yes.
So thanks to everyone who's watching this for joining. Thank you as always to the Jakarta team and for inviting us on to present, and thanks to all the other speakers as well. Just going to give a very quick run through for the next few minutes about Payara, so who we are, what our product Payara Server is, and the position that we occupy within Jakarta EE. So firstly, an overview of the platform. Payara is a piece of middleware which forms a runtime for your application. So that means that it's taking your application file and pushing this out to the internet or your local network, or maybe another company's application, wherever you want to point this application towards. And then it's utilizing the processing power that you're running on top of. We've got a few different flavors of Payara, which will depend a lot on the type of infrastructure you're using. So I'll talk a little bit more about what each of these products are, but essentially, most of the industry knows it just as Payara as a blanket term. So we are a very heavily Jakarta EE focused company. That means that the platform is built around the Jakarta EE standards and follows these incredibly closely. So we are a reference implementation of Jakarta EE. If you have a Jakarta EE application, then it will deploy on Payara, and we've got a few different versions, which means we have legacy support for older versions of the platforms, as well as being very early adopters of the latest version of the framework, which is EE10. So we're really viewing ourselves as a one-stop shop for any development team which is working closely with Jakarta EE, developing applications, and wanting to deploy these in a mission-critical setting. And as you've probably realized by now, we are very heavily involved in Jakarta EE and have been for a number of years. So a few technical people at Payara are members of the working group. We do work closely with the Eclipse Foundation on developing the roadmap for Jakarta EE and introducing new features. We also work very closely with our own customers, and we're quite hands-on from a support perspective with them. So the nice thing about that is that some of our customers actually have indirect influence over the Jakarta EE roadmap, and they're really helping us to collaborate with Jakarta EE in order to steer the direction of this platform. So a little bit about the different versions of Payara, who they're aimed at, and when you can use them. We started off as a platform which was forked from Oracle Glassfish. This is the version that the majority of our customers currently use. So this is known as Payara Server. This is using the full profile of Jakarta EE. So it's really aimed at users of slightly more traditional architecture, certainly on-premise environments or on platforms like VMware are well suited for using the full version. Then we've got Payara Micro. This is a stripped down version of the platform, which is just using the basic kernel of Payara Server, and it uses the web profile of Jakarta EE rather than the full profile. So this version's really optimized for two use cases. One is microservices, which is obviously where quite a lot of the industry is going these days. So it's really optimized for breaking your application down into much smaller chunks and then running these in tandem with one another. And it's also very good for deployment onto IoT devices as well, so you can embed it into your software and then run it on a device that your customer is using. These two versions are established. They're both being used around the world right now by our customers, and we do have full support for these as well. We've got 3 different levels of support, and the one that you use will depend a lot on whereabouts your project is. So we offer support from an early stage of development right through to high availability and production, and you can get support from us 24/7. Now, we've recently launched another platform as well this year, which is called Pyara Cloud. This is a little bit different to Pyara Server and Pyara Micro in that you don't actually need to download and install this onto your infrastructure. So this is a version of Pyara that we've actually uploaded to the cloud, and you can log in via a web portal, which will give you an account for. Take your WAR file, which uses the web profile of JakartaOne, and then you can actually deploy this onto infrastructure, which is managed on Pyara's side. So all of that work to set up a Kubernetes environment, containerization, and then introduce elastic scaling, all of that is really taken off your organization's hands. We'll manage that for you, which means that you can focus on what you do best as a developer, which is developing your application file, and you deploy it on infrastructure that's managed by us. There is a trial available for Pyara Cloud, so if you're intrigued by it and want to give it a go, all you need to do is Google search Pyara Cloud trial. You'll be able to create an account using the link, and then you've got 15 days to take your application and give it a try on cloud. And finally, I want to touch a little bit on the consultancy services that we offer as well. Our background before we launched Pyara back in 2016 was actually as a Java consultancy company. We still have a lot of expertise in this area. So if you're an existing customer working with any version of Pyara, and then we do offer a range of consultancy services, and you can see some of them listed here. So this is really covering any aspect of a project which involves deployment of a JakartaOne application, and whether your team's got a very high level of knowledge of JakartaOne or you're just starting out, there'll be a package that we can put together for you to get you moving with a migration or deployment of a new application. And finally, we are actually running our own conference soon. It's going to be next Thursday, 14th of December. I believe that a link will be going out via email if you haven't received one yet, or you can search Pyara Virtual Conference on Google, and you'll be able to sign up to attend that way. So thanks very much. That's it from us. It's been a really quick tour, but we're happy to be able to share this with you. Not sure if we've got time for any questions, but if we have, then I'll be happy to take maybe one now.
Well, I don't see any questions, so I would think I will jump in. One second. Okay. Okay. So so excited to be here again, second year in a row. Sorry, my voice is a little rough today, but I'm Scott Hunter, and I'm VP of Product at Microsoft on the Azure Developer Experience team. And our team builds the Microsoft build of the OpenJDK. We build many of the services that you can host Jakarta EE apps in on Azure. And we build a lot of the tools for Java in things like VS Code and outside of VS Code. And I'm excited to just kind of do a quick run through of all of our offerings and talk about some of the changes we've had since we were here last year. So we allow you to run Jakarta EE in any platform that you would want in our cloud. If you want a platform as a service where we manage everything for you, we've got great support for Red Hat JBoss on app service. We have great support for messaging with our service bus service as well. You know, we are in a world of containers, and we have great ways of running Jakarta EE on containers, whether that's Azure Kubernetes Service or Azure Red Hat OpenShift. So choose either of those, or if you're more old-fashioned, we've got great support as well for virtual machines. And you can see whether it's WebLogic, WebSphere Liberty, or Open Liberty, we make them available across all of those platforms. The one I'm probably most excited about personally is running JBoss on app service, and that's primarily because we manage everything for you, whether it's load balancing, auto deployment, auto scaling, monitoring, security. We update everything for you, so it's a full PaaS platform. And I'm not going to dig too deep in it right now, but we do have a free offering of this coming out soon, and we have a much better cost structure coming out soon as well. And so I'm super excited about those. You know, we also make it easy to run JBoss as well on Azure Red Hat OpenShift as well. And once again, all of these are tight partnerships with all of our partners like Red Hat. And so basically you can just go to our marketplace, you can select that you want to run this, and we will very quickly boot up the entire ecosystem for you. And then of course we're supporting this both across Red Hat and Microsoft. You can bring your own subscription, and we have lots of step-by-step guides that we're building to make it easy to work. And as it says here, this is very similar to what we do for virtual machines, but in this case, we're running it on OpenShift. Next is Open Liberty WebSphere. We make these super easy to run as well. Once again, all of these Java solutions are available right from our marketplace. You can go there and we'll boot them up in the solution of your choice. Once again, great partnerships with IBM and Microsoft here for this. And one of our big pushes here is we're doing way more step-by-step guides if you want to do manual deployments versus just having the marketplace do all the work for you. And then finally, we have WebLogic on AKS, and that's Azure Kubernetes Service. This is a partnership with Microsoft and Oracle. And once again, it's a marketplace solution. Easily go to the marketplace, select that you want one of these. We'll put the entire thing together for you. And this is jointly published and maintained by both Microsoft and Oracle. And once again, if you want to build it all yourself, we are offering the step-by-step guides for deploying it manually as well. And once again, very similar to our solutions for virtual machines, except in this case, you're running it on containers and AKS. And for the roadmaps that we have, you can see here we've got a new guide coming on how to run Open Liberty on Azure Container Apps. This is our PaaS container platform. So this is where we're running all your containers. We're actually using Kubernetes behind the scene, but you don't have to manage it. Really excited about being able to do JBoss on app service for free to try it out. Also very excited about some of the new profiles. We've noticed that Java customers use different chunks of CPU and memory, and we're making those available based on feedback from our customers. And then I'm also really excited by the pay-as-you-go which is going to dramatically lower the price of running your JBoss in our PaaS service. And the rest of this, I think, is pretty self-explanatory. And with that, I just want to say, we are super dedicated at Microsoft and making sure that Jakarta EE is great on our platform. And we are happy to engage with anybody to help them aid their migration if they want. We're building great guides across all the platforms. We have great support on all of our clouds. So you can go, I should go back here for a second. I'm going to skip here and say, if you want to, you can learn more about all of this at aka.ms/JakartaEE./Azure. That'll give you information on all the different ways you can host your code, your Java code, on Azure. So with that, thanks, and I'll turn it off to the next speaker.
Thanks, Scott. Hello, everybody. Can you hear me okay? You. Can you see my screen? Yes, thank you. Hi, my name is Will Lyons. I manage product management for Enterprise Cloud Native Java at Oracle. And I also chair the Jakarta Steering Committee. Thank you all for joining. And I thought I would talk today about Oracle and our participation in Jakarta EE and how we're enabling cloud native Java with our products. Some of the information in my presentation is forward-looking, so I've included a standard Oracle disclaimer. So first, about Oracle and Jakarta EE. Oracle was a founding member of Jakarta EE, and we've been a strategic member since the inception of the initiative and the working group. And as I'm sure many of you know, we contributed many of the Java EE specifications, the Glassfish implementation, the Java EE TCKs to Jakarta EE, where they are now evolving and continue to be used to evolve the technology. We remain a strong contributor to Jakarta EE and to MicroProfile, and we're really pleased to see how the technology is evolving with new Jakarta EE and MicroProfile releases on an ongoing basis. I'd like to talk a little bit about enabling cloud native Java with Jakarta EE and MicroProfile technologies. And a common pattern that we're seeing among the Oracle customer base and our WebLogic server base is their interest in moving existing applications that use Jakarta EE to cloud native environments, and in particular, Kubernetes environments. So we're seeing a lot of interest from our customers in taking existing applications and running them in containers on Kubernetes and building new applications alongside those applications using microservices paradigms, using Jakarta EE and using MicroProfile. And the desire to run those applications side by side and enable interoperation among those applications, whether those applications are running on premises or an Oracle cloud or in other clouds like Azure, as Scott was just mentioning. Now, I just want to say that we continue to support deployments of Jakarta EE applications on physical machines and virtual machines, but we're also seeing this requirement to support cloud-native Kubernetes-based deployments. And we've addressed these requirements by supporting the deployment of WebLogic and Coherence, our Java-based distributed caching solution on Kubernetes. So using a set of tools we delivered in open source, you can take your existing WebLogic Jakarta EE applications and then run them in Kubernetes with no changes to those applications using our tooling. And by doing this, you can take advantage of the Kubernetes benefits such as reducing time to deploy applications, simplify patching, do things like auto-scaling of applications, and enabling portability of your application across different cloud environments, whether they be on premises, in Oracle Cloud, or in other clouds like Azure, for example. We have been supporting these technologies for many years and have many customers running in production using these tools. We're also supporting deployment of net new microservices applications. Oops, excuse me. I forgot to mention that we have new versions of WebLogic Server and Coherence coming. We've announced a statement of direction that we'll be delivering new releases of WebLogic and Coherence 14.1.2. In calendar year 2024, we'll continue to support Jakarta EE8, and we'll be updating our JVM support to support Java 21 and Java 17, including support for virtual threads, along with many other new features. We've delivered many enhancements to Coherence in open source, which will be integrating into Coherence 14.1.2, and our full Fusion middleware product line will be built and delivered on WebLogic 14.1.2 next year. So look for that coming in the coming calendar year. We're also delivering the ability to build net new microservices using Jakarta and microprofile technology. Oracle has delivered in open source a Java microservices framework called Helidon. We've delivered this for multiple years. And the most recent release of Helidon is Helidon version 4.0, which is released in October. And this is the first microservices framework that's based on Java virtual threads. So the new Java virtual threading feature that's delivered in Java 21, we take full advantage of in Helidon 4.0 to enable you to build highly scalable microservices applications using simple programming paradigms using synchronous coding. Helidon supports, or we're in the process of certifying Helidon on both microprofile 6.0 and Jakarta 10 core profile, and enables you to build modern Java microservices using the latest Jakarta EE and microprofile standards. We also support the ability to combine your Helidon applications, your Helidon microservices, with existing Oracle WebLogic Jakarta EE applications, interoperating via REST, SOAP web services, and other technologies. Both Oracle WebLogic and Helidon can be integrated with Oracle Coherence for caching and scaling and high availability. And all of these technologies are supported for cloud-native deployments on Kubernetes. So in response to customer requirements, we're seeing to enable the migration of their applications to cloud-native environments. Our response is to enable the migration of your Jakarta EE applications to Kubernetes on WebLogic, and the development of net new microservices, leveraging microprofile and Jakarta EE 10 core profile using Helidon. We're really, again, pleased to see the continued progress we're making on the evolution of Jakarta EE and microprofile technologies, and are taking advantage of it in our own product. So thank you very much for your time. And with that, I will turn it over to the next speaker. Thank you.
Thank you, Will. So let me. Hello, everybody. Thanks for listening in. I'm Emily. In this session, I'm going to talk about IBM's commitment to cloud-native Java, Liberty, Jakarta EE, and microprofile. I am the cloud-native architect advocate for Liberty, and IBM. I spent a lot of time on microprofile and Jakarta EE, so it's and also Liberty, the most of the time on open source contribution. So it's let's stack back back to 90s. Back in 90s, we have Java, and then IBM has been a great support for Java. And also back in 98, IBM created a WebSphere application server. At that time, the resources were quite constrained, and then we did a waterfall model to do the development and testing. And at that time, our application server is pretty much bulky. And also is the standard was Java EE. With time goes on and new technologies evolved. Now it's kind of like a memory and CPU, and this resource become cheap, and then it's kind of the infrastructure flexible, and then we're doing agile. So similar thing is also applicable to the applications. Back then we do monoliths, nowadays we do cloud native applications. So it's actually the same thing also impacted to the application server. So it's the WebSphere application server is the kind of monolith, and it itself also have gone through the transformation. And then we evolved WebSphere Liberty. The more composable is kind of microservices per se. And then it's suitable for serverless, and also WebSphere Liberty, and then open source is a major part to be open Liberty, and fully embrace a new standard like microprofile and Jakarta EE. And is fully operate on OpenShift and some other cloud as demonstrated by Scott early on. And also is also the Open Liberty have been trying really hard to increase its basically the performance. And early on, if you have watched the Tom Watterson's talk about the instant on, and you will find out how fast application can start it in containers, like is a couple hundred milliseconds. As you can see, I mentioned earlier, Liberty is basically behind the standard, like microprofile and also Jakarta EE. And I'm very proud to say in this year, 2303, Liberty was the first basically production ready runtime to support both microprofile 6 and Jakarta EE 10. You have heard of the WebSphere Liberty and Open Liberty. You might wondering what's the difference between them. Actually, the major part and innovation will be is in the Open Liberty. So Open Liberty is fully support Jakarta EE and microprofile as the API, and also it provide a lot of tooling to enable basically the developers to do the fast development. And WebSphere Liberty add a few other legacy features for the migration purpose, and also some collective kind of features. So it's Liberty on its own basically is having the developer and business owners in mind. So it's provided basically the developer tools, and also increase the confidence level for the business owners as well. As you can see here, from the first line code and from nothing to a fully blown application, we have all kind of support for all the stages, from a new application creation to the code. Basically, we have a code config assistant available to you choose an IDEs, VS Code, IntelliJ, or Eclipse. And also, no matter whether you choose Maven Grid, we have the corresponding plugins to help you to do the development. And then it's for containerization, we help you to do the create a Docker file, and also we support a source to image. And also there's a cloud native build pack for you to choose. And testing is very important. And again, we have like a really rich testing framework and support a unit test, integration test, and also including the container test. And the other highlight I want to mention is basically it has hard code replacement is called Liberty Dev mode. So you can code along your application and you can see the changes straight away. So this is slide to show you from IDE to the testing API repository build. So it's we offer very rich support for each stage and each phase. So this is basically how Liberty the tools works. Basically, it allows you to no rebuild, no deployment, and no install and no restart. You can just code and you can see the changes straight away. So help you to do the create the Liberty like a server XML for the configuration or create a Java code. So it's you name it, it's really, really nice to use. And you can directly install this Liberty tool in the basically marketplace in VS Code or IntelliJ or Eclipse. So I mentioned earlier, like in the basically Liberty has been trying consistently to improve the performance. If you have not watched the Tom Watson talk earlier, I highly recommend to watch the recording with the demo. You can see the like with the Liberty instant on, we can start the application in milliseconds and up to 18 times faster. This is also running in containers. It does not use GraalVM, so it has all the benefits of GraalVM. However, it's built on the traditional JVM, so there's no compromise. So this is what our customers say about Liberty. So it's the main point: simple, easy, and container ready. So this is like our reference customer says about shared their own experience about change from a traditional WebSphere to Liberty and how much time resources is saved and how well it went through. So it's a really great experience. So this is another customer is from RedBridge in Sweden. It's about how easily to use macro profile and Jakarta Java EE to do the content. Basically, it's to utilize the OpenShift Kubernetes platform because it's really rich, like a standard to have the Kubernetes in mind and to allow you to put in your application to the cloud without any hassle. So with Liberty and WebSphere, we have really kind of the comprehensive WebSphere hybrid edition license, allow you to use either WebSphere, traditional WebSphere, or Liberty or Open Liberty. And also it provides, if you want to do the migration or application modernization, we have the transformation advisor and mono to macro with the AI-powered mono to macro help you to split your monoliths into microservices. So on the right-hand side is with the research is if you go with Liberty, how much effort you can save. Like increase the developer productivity by 50% and etc. And the investment, this is great highlight is the return on investment of 195%. So it's here is are some like useful links to get you started with Liberty. Please check it out. So one good basically is if you want to get to know about Open Liberty, the website is openliberty.io. Also follow on Twitter, OpenLiberty.io, to learn all the new updates from Open Liberty. So with that, that's the end of my sharing. Thanks for being with us. And if you have any questions, feel free to post on the chat. With that, I hand over to Takahiro.
Thank you. Let me share my screen. So let me begin. Hello, everyone. I'm Takahiro Nagao from Fujitsu. Today, I'm going to share Fujitsu's involvement in Jakarta EE and microprofile, and we'll explore how these technologies are shaping our work and industry. I'm a software engineer at Fujitsu and engaged in development of our products supporting Jakarta EE and microprofile. This year, 2023, is a landmark year that marks the 25th anniversary of these events. First, it is the 25th anniversary of open source software. The open source initiative was formed in 1998, and about 5 years later, the Eclipse Foundation was established. Second, this year marks 25 years since JCP was formalized. Fujitsu has been a key member of the executive committee from the beginning and contributed to over 50 Java specification requests so far. Our commitment to JCP highlights our dedication to Java technology. And lastly, this year is also the 25th anniversary of Fujitsu's Interstage application server. Interstage was released in 1998 and initially focused on distributed system environments using Corba technology. It later evolved to support J2EE technology, and it significantly broadened the use of Java systems across diverse industries in Japan, including finance, banking, manufacturing, telecommunications, and so on. Interstage has consistently integrated new standards and cutting-edge technologies. Our active participation in Java standardization through JCP has been a key part of our history. With the transition of Java EE technology to the Eclipse Foundation, Fujitsu has maintained its commitment to standardization, and we now support Jakarta EE and microprofile in our two flagship products, Interstage Application Server and Fujitsu Enterprise Application Platform. These products incorporate Jakarta EE and microprofile and OpenJDK. This evolution is not just a testament to our adherence to industry standards, but also reflects our commitment to driving innovation and delivering state-of-the-art technology to our clients. Fujitsu is also deeply involved in several Java-related open source communities, including Jakarta EE, Eclipse Glassfish, microprofile, and OpenJDK. We are proud to have several Fujitsu members serving as committers in these projects. These efforts are not just for maintaining the status quo, but we are also focusing on pushing the boundaries and moving the Java ecosystem towards a more cloud-native future. We are also making efforts in localization of Jakarta EE contents into Japanese. We recognize the importance of localization to make technology more accessible and inclusive for all. We believe this empowers more engineers in Japan to get involved in Jakarta EE. This initiative is in progress, so your feedback and participation will be of great help. As I mentioned in the slide of history, Fujitsu offers solutions that are fully compatible with Jakarta EE. The release of Jakarta E10 on September 22nd last year marked a significant advancement in the industry. And on October 1st, in a week, we released Fujitsu Enterprise Application Platform, which is compatible with Jakarta E10. This quick adaptation to Jakarta E10 shows our efforts to stay ahead in a rapidly evolving technology landscape, ensuring that our clients always have access to the most advanced and reliable solutions. In addition to our Jakarta compatibility, Fujitsu is proud to offer a microprofile compatible implementation, Launcher. Launcher is not only an open source project, but also a commercially supported component of Fujitsu Enterprise Application Platform. Clients opting for opting for our product licenses gain full software support, ensuring a robust and reliable experience. Fujitsu Enterprise Application Platform is designed to cater to a diverse range of needs by offering two distinct types of Java runtimes. The first one is dedicated to existing enterprise mission-critical systems. Many of these systems rely on technologies like CORA, SOAP, and EJB. Our platform not only ensures compatibility with such traditional technologies, but also facilitates their integration into modern infrastructures. The second type of runtime is designed for newly created cloud-native applications, often built in a microservices architecture. This runtime provides features like fast startup, scalability, and enhanced observability for leveraging the full potential of cloud technologies. By offering these two runtime options, Fujitsu Enterprise Application Platform provides comprehensive solutions that bridge the gap between traditional enterprise systems and modern cloud-native technologies. Cloud-native applications are increasingly being run in container environments because of their scalability and efficiency. We understand this trend, and we have made Fujitsu products readily accessible for containerized deployments. Our users can now easily deploy their applications in container environments by using Fujitsu products available on the Key.io repository. These are provided as OCI-compatible images, which ensures a smooth integration and deployment process, aligning with typical workflows in container environments. In conclusion, we are making efforts to support both innovation and compatibility in our products. Our goal is to encourage Java developers to continue leveraging Jakarta EE and microprofile technologies and contributing to the expansive growth of Java ecosystem. Looking ahead, Fujitsu continues to be actively involved in Jakarta EE and microprofile, and we are very excited about the future, and we are welcoming you all to get involved. Thank you for your time and your attention. So I stop sharing my screen and I hand over to the last speaker, Cesar.
Thank you. Okay, so thank you very much for all the ones that are seeing the live stream, and also the ones who will be seeing the recordings from throughout the many platforms. My name is Cesar Hernandez. I am a senior software engineer for Tommy Tribe, and we are really happy to be part of Jakarta EE today in this event too. So Tommy Tribe, it's a company founded by the creators of the project Apache Tommy. We also are active contributors to the Apache, to many Apache projects, the Apache Foundation, obviously, and the Eclipse Software Foundation. We provide 24/7 support for four major products and projects that you are seeing here on the screen: Apache Tomcat, Apache Tommy, ActiveMQ, and TriString, which is our internal application server. We also provide CV scanning and patching for all these open source products, and we provide to our customers a global coverage. We are distributed across the world to provide you that 24/7 support. In terms of for those that are joining for the first time to these live streams and are getting up to date on what has been going on in the past year, and you haven't heard about Apache Tommy, well, we have one slide specified to describe that Apache Tommy. You can see it as an extension of Apache Tomcat. It's an open source project with Apache license, and it also provide and drive innovation in the Jakarta side of the fence by adopting cloud-native 12-factor authentication app, containers, and you name it, all the cool technologies that you as developer like and architects like to design solutions for your enterprise. At the time of this live stream, Apache Tommy is Jakarta E 9.1 web profile certified, and the community we have been working for work in progress 10 version for Jakarta EE. In terms of, as we call it, flavors, we provide 4 main flavors of the application servers, which is microprofile for the microprofile approach that you have been hearing throughout the course of this session. In terms of containers, 12-factor apps applications, we also provide the classic web profile, which is also really heavily used, Apache Tommy Plummy, which is the version that contains more components like JPA, and we also offer Apache Tommy Plus. And all these work seamlessly with the latest and greatest in terms of containers, cloud providers, and IDEs and tooling that you can find in the Jakarta EE and Java ecosystems. In terms of evolution, something that we have found that our customers and the community is it keeps searching since Jakarta EE9, and we are just about at the doors of next year, Jakarta EE11. What we hear a lot about the transition and evolution from the JAVAX to the Jakarta namespace. So we think it's really important to bring this as a reminder. So for Apache Tommy, everything that is related with JAVAX, you will find that on Apache Tommy EE8, and for Jakarta and beyond from 9.1, 10, and 11. You will find the reference and documentation and the help from our side of the fence with Apache Tommy 9 and forward. We also had been helping many customers in terms of how to do these transformations, these migrations. There had been many lessons learned throughout the pace of not just from the open source Apache Tommy project itself, but also from other projects in terms of tooling that you can use, like Eclipse Transformer, the Tommy patch plugin that the community created, and also more tooling like IDEs, command line tools that have been released from other projects. Tomcat has also a command line tool, Maven profiles and plugins. And last but not least, the direct code change that you as a user can rely on to actually do this migration and start adopting Jakarta EE. I added this a nice article that my coworker John Montero wrote last month that describes all this evolution that we at Tommytry had been seeing. We had been driving and joining and also enabling our customers to deliver. In terms of collaboration, well, Tommytry is an active member, is a strategic member for Jakarta EE. That means participation, also involvement in the different committees, steering, specification, marketing committee. Tommytry is also microprofile working group participant from both the steering and the marketing committee. And also, as I mentioned, many of the Tommytry engineers from the support staff are active Apache committers that are directly involved in implementing, testing, fixing, not just Tommy project, but also all the other Apache-related artifacts, Maven artifacts that are related with Jakarta. Tommytry also has partnership with some other stakeholders, like Sonatype, which allow us to scanning Maven cell trial. Tommytry contribute to the Jakarta bytecode generation tool that I described previously. Also, at some point during the transition of the namespace, we also help to provide better analysis for the JAVAX ecosystem with over 10 million artifacts scanned by then, and as daily basis with plus 200 new batches daily. We also had been working with cloud providers like at some point with Elastic, which was the first cloud provider to support Jakarta namespace, also to help to co-found the microprofile working group along with other stakeholders, and also join the Jakarta EE working group and help them as collaboration. Last but not least, one of the key things that had been brought out to our customers out from those collaborations are, I can mention the one from Sonatype, which enables to provide scanning, notification, alarms, enable our team to react, patch, and deliver at the end to our customers. CVEs, common vulnerabilities and exposures, patches for all these open source projects that, as you see, have different releases life cycle in comparison to an SLAs that our customers demands on a daily basis. Last, we have the call to action. You all are welcome and invited to join and contribute to the Apache Tommy project. You can go straight for tommy.apache.org/community, and there you will find tips, tricks, and how to contribute by coding, creating documentation, holding workshops, helping on the testing, TCK testing also, which is a big part of the endeavor that we in the community have for the upcoming Jakarta E certification, and then when the Jakarta E11 release will be done. Examples, continuous integration and delivery pipelines. If that is something that is really interesting to you, you can reach out to the community, and we will be more than happy to enable and helping you. And as I always say, we always like to share and learn from you. We are also have been working in this tc.work website, which basically under Amazon EC2 allow us to provide 2 hours test cycles for providing up-to-date results for TCKs in terms of Apache Tommy for both JAVAX and nowadays with Jakarta E namespace, and is fully dedicated to the Apache community. Also, my last comment will be to an invite also to shape the industry. Feel free to join the Jakarta E community / get involved, which is the feature on the right. There is a lot of content and how to join the conversation, follow social media, and you will be hearing these links throughout the entire sessions today. There is a lot of material and media that you can consume to learn what type of participation do you want to do, either as an individual or as a corporation. That will enable you also to better understand the JAVAX challenges to the Jakarta migration. It will reward Jakarta supporters with your business too, and ask for all those non-supporters when is the question that you need to make when we are going to adopt or catch up with the latest Jakarta EE. So thank you much. We are 1 minute left. We send your questions in the chat. We will all be happy to reply to them throughout the session. And thank you very much for your attention.
Hi, everybody.
Thanks, Hodge.
Okay. Have a nice rest of your day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.